Okay, welcome back everyone to the deep dive. We've got some really fascinating source material you sent over, and today, well, we're diving right into something pretty cutting edge. AI for genomics and personalized medicine,
Yeah,
and specifically looking at it through the lens of India.
that's right. And the core idea, which the sources really hammer home, is this concept of personalized medicine. It's about,
Hmm.
moving away from that standard approach for everyone to healthcare that's actually tailored just for you, the individual.
Right, and genomics is the key to that personalization, isn't it? Our actual genetic code.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Genomics, looking at our entire genetic makeup, it gives us this, well, incredible window. We can
Oh.
start to understand things like your risk for certain diseases,
Mm.
how well a specific drug might work for you, or importantly, if you might have a bad reaction. It's basically reading your body's own instruction manual.
So billions of base pairs hold that individual blueprint.
Billions, yes. And, well, there's the kicker. That blueprint is just huge, mind-bogglingly vast. Trying to manually wade through all that data to find the specific insight you need for personalized care, like spotting one tiny variant linked to a rare disease or predicting how you'll process a drug, it's an enormous data challenge. Just way beyond what humans can realistically sift through efficiently.
Sounds like a perfect job for AI then.
Absolutely perfect. AI excels at spotting complex patterns, especially in these massive data sets. It can find those crucial signals hidden in all the genetic noise things humans alone would almost certainly miss.
Got it. Okay, so for our deep dive today, using your sources as our guide, we're going to explore the specific ways AI is being used right now and what that actually means, especially for India.
Exactly. So let's start with one area the sources flag up, using AI for genomic variant interpretation, basically assessing disease risk.
Okay, how does AI help doctors figure out which genetic differences actually matter? Because, don't we all have millions of variations in our DNA?
We absolutely do. Millions. And yeah, most are totally harmless background noise. The real challenge is finding the few critical ones that are actually linked to disease. So the sources talk about machine learning models. These are trained on huge data sets. They correlate genetic info with real health outcomes from, large groups of people. By crunching data from thousands, sometimes millions of genomes, these models learn to spot the patterns, the specific combinations of variants statistically linked to causing a disease or significantly raising the risk.
Oh, so the AI acts like a really sophisticated filter, pointing clinicians to the most likely culprits.
Precisely. It helps prioritize. Instead of a doctor manually checking endless variations, they can use these AI tools to quickly get a short list of the high-priority variants, the ones the AI predicts are most likely to be pathogenic or increase risk. It saves, well, a huge amount of time and effort in diagnosis.
That efficiency boost sounds absolutely critical, particularly when resources might be tight. What's another big area the source has highlighted?
Pharmacogenomics, which is basically predicting how you as an individual will respond to certain drugs. And also, importantly, the chances of you having side effects.
That seems incredibly important. We sort of assume drugs work the same for everyone, but our genes influence that.
Hugely. Absolutely. That's a really key takeaway. Your genes affect how your body breaks down a drug, how
Hmm.
quickly it gets cleared, how well it hits its target, even how your immune system might react. So the same dose could be super effective for one person, completely ineffective for another, or even dangerous, depending on your specific genetic makeup. AI algorithms can analyze the genes we know influence drug response, like liver enzyme genes that process many common meds. Based on your particular variants in those genes, the AI can predict if you might process a drug too fast, too slow, or just unpredictably.
Wow. Being able to predict that before someone takes a drug, that could massively improve safety and make treatments work better. Did the source give an example of this?
It did, yeah. It mentioned an oncologist, Dr. Anya Sharma. She was using AI-powered pharmacogenomics to really fine-tune chemotherapy doses. Instead of just standard dosing, she used the patient's genetic profile to guide the dosage. And she found it helped minimize those really severe side effects, and she believed led to better outcomes overall. So this ability for AI to guide the right drug at the right dose for the right patient, it really changes the game, maximizing benefit, minimizing harm.
So it's not just about drug response, but optimizing the whole treatment strategy. Can AI help pick the best therapy overall?
Definitely. That falls under what the sources call AI-driven personalized treatment selection and pathway generation.
Yeah.
Think about complex conditions, especially cancer. There often isn't just one single treatment path. Clinicians have to weigh up loads of factors, the patient's specific genetic markers, not just for drugs, but the cancer itself, their medical history, lifestyle, other health issues, even what the patient prefers. It's a really complex puzzle.
And AI can help piece all that together.
Yes, exactly. By pulling in data from clinical trials, tons of published research, real-world data from health records. AI algorithms can analyze this whole intricate web of factors for an individual. They can then suggest personalized treatment options, maybe specific drugs or sequences of treatments, these pathways most likely to work for that specific person. The source actually mentioned an AI system recommending a quite complex combination cancer therapy based on a patient's detailed genomic and clinical data profile.
That sounds incredibly powerful for making more precise decisions. What about those really tricky conditions, like rare genetic diseases, the ones that are hard to diagnose?
Yeah, AI offers real hope there in accelerating rare disease diagnosis. The sources point out, and it's true, diagnosing rare diseases is often this incredibly long, frustrating journey. Years sometimes. Multiple specialists, tons of tests, often inconclusive, and that delay means treatment gets delayed, which can be critical. AI algorithms can analyze a patient's genomic data alongside their phenotypic data.
Phenotypic data, you mean like their symptoms?
Exactly. There's symptoms, clinical signs, medical history, the observable stuff. By comparing the patient's combined genetic and symptom profile against huge databases of known rare diseases, databases linking specific gene variants to specific symptoms, the AI can spot potential matches or connections a human might just miss. It can highlight, say, a less common genetic variant that, when seen with a patient's specific set of symptoms, strongly points towards a particular rare disorder.
It's like connecting the dots across information overload, basically, something a human brain just couldn't juggle all at once. Okay, so given this amazing potential and keeping our focus on India, what do the sources say about actually building the system needed to make this happen there? It sounds like a big project.
It's definitely a multifaceted strategy, as the sources lay out. It has to start with the basics, data acquisition. You need large-scale genomic databases. But not just big data, yes. They have to truly represent the incredible genetic diversity within India. That means serious investment in sequencing tech, secure data storage. And the sources suggest partnerships with existing biobanks across India are pretty crucial too.
Right. Get the raw material. And then you need the smarts to analyze it.
Absolutely. That's AI algorithm development.
Yeah.
And critically, the algorithms need to be developed and trained using that Indian-specific data. You need to account for India's unique genetic landscape, the different disease patterns you see there. Generic algorithms trained only on, say, European populations, they might not work nearly as well.
And getting data from labs, hospitals, that all needs to talk to each other, right? Which sounds like a challenge.
A huge one. That's why the sources really emphasize FHIR integration. Using standards like FHIR Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources is seen as, well, essential. It allows different systems, hospitals, labs, electronic health records, to exchange data securely and seamlessly. You need that to combine genomic data with clinical history.
Yeah.
And processing all this needs serious computing muscle.
Which probably means the cloud.
Exactly. A robust cloud-based architecture is highlighted. Using secure, scalable cloud platforms is pretty much necessary for storing these massive data sets and providing the power needed for the complex AI analysis.
Okay, and what about the doctors and nurses, the people actually using this information day to day?
Crucial point. A user-friendly user interface is vital. You need intuitive tools so clinicians can easily access and, importantly, understand these complex genomic reports. And the sources make a really key point for India. These interfaces must support multiple regional languages for widespread adoption and equity. That's non-negotiable.
Language support, yeah, that's a huge practical consideration for nationwide rollout. Anything else underpinning all this?
A strong ethical and regulatory framework, absolutely critical. You need clear rules for data governance, protecting patient privacy, getting proper informed consent, keeping data secure. These aren't just tech issues. They're fundamental ethical requirements needing strong policy. And finally, collaboration. Getting researchers, doctors, tech companies, government bodies all working together effectively.
That sounds like a massive undertaking. Lots of coordination, lots of investment needed. We've talked before about general challenges for AI in healthcare in India, things like data quality, infrastructure gaps, training people. Do those apply here too?
Oh, absolutely. Maybe even more so given how complex genomic data is. While the sources focus on how to build the system, those underlying challenges are definitely there. Getting consistent, high-quality Indian genomic data is a huge task in itself. Infrastructure, as you said, varies a lot. Cloud helps, but you still need reliable connections. Building that specific ethical and regulatory framework for genomics, That's complex legal and policy work. And yeah, training enough healthcare professionals across India to actually understand and use these tools effectively, that's a major hurdle. Plus developing those multilingual interfaces properly. And of course, cost sequencing, computing, software, that's always a big factor for large-scale healthcare projects in India.
Right, so definitely not easy, but the potential seems, well, enormous. Looking at the big picture from the sources, what's the ultimate promise here, especially for India?
The sources are really consistent on the transformative potential. By using AI to decode genomic data, the promise is, well, unlocking much deeper insights into why diseases happen, shifting healthcare to being truly personalized, and ultimately really improving patient outcomes quite significantly. The material actually uses a story to illustrate this future Sarah and her daughter Emily. In this kind of hopeful scenario, AI rapidly analyzes Emily's genome and symptoms. It quickly pinpoints the rare genetic issue causing her problems. This means a fast, accurate diagnosis. Targeted therapy starts early. Emily thrives. And Sarah's feeling in that future is profound hope, gratitude for the speed and precision that personalized medicine brought.
That story really paints a picture, doesn't it? Replacing years of uncertainty with quick insight and effective, tailored treatment.
Exactly. And if you think about scaling that up for India,
Yeah.
with its huge genetically diverse population, different levels of healthcare access, AI and genomics could potentially deliver more precise, more effective, truly tailored healthcare to millions. It could bring advanced diagnostics and treatment options to places they might not otherwise reach. It's really about using our own genetic blueprint to build a healthier future, one person at a time.
That's incredible stuff. Thanks for walking us through that landscape. It really does feel like we're on the verge of something revolutionary in healthcare.
My pleasure. It's certainly a field with just enormous potential for impact.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's really striking, isn't it? How AI is becoming this essential translator for the incredibly complex language written in our genes. It's moving us past just treating diseases in a general way towards understanding the unique biological story inside each of us, from helping doctors see your specific disease risk to predicting exactly how you'll react to a drug or even speeding up a diagnosis for something really complex. AI is giving healthcare professionals tools to provide care that's just more accurate, more proactive, and ultimately works better for you. And this whole transformation has such particular weight and promise for a country like India, doesn't it? Offering that potential to bring precision medicine's benefits to such a vast and diverse population, it kind of leaves you with this powerful thought. Maybe the best healthcare solutions really do come from deeply understanding the individual. And AI is providing the tools to make that deep, personalized understanding a potential reality for everyone, silently shaping a healthier future, one genome at a time.